2822 Now presents Newsmakers with your host, Jane Ann Bugda.
Hello and welcome to Newsmakers. I'm Jane Ann Bugda, helping people stay healthy and giving them the right tools to eat right. That is the mission of the Penn State Extension staff. And today I'm joined by Carol Zuber. She's a nutrition advisor with the Extension. And we're going to talk about some of the courses that are offered and some ideas for healthy snacks. Carol, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Carol brought a wide array of fruits, and we're going to make smoothies and some flavored water. And being in a newsroom, we're not used to seeing this. We're used to seeing vending machine items. So this is going to be something easy for people to understand and to get on the right track of being healthy. But before we get there, let's talk a little bit about yourself and yourself as a nutrition advisor for the Penn State Extension. Tell us a little bit about that. What do you do?
Okay, first of all, hello everybody. It's Carol from Penn State. I am a nutritionist, nutrition educator for Penn State Extension in Luzerne County. Our offices are located on 16 Luzerne Avenue in West Pittston. We're on the second floor. And at our extension, a lot of people don't know about us. We're part of Penn State, the Penn State College of Agriculture. We're one of the top 20 research institutions in the United States. Extension is dedicated to delivering unbiased, scientific, proven, evidence-based information to individuals, businesses, and communities across our Commonwealth. So I'm with Penn State Nutrition Links. We also have our wonderful 4-H group. We also have our Master Gardeners and Urban Forestry. And a shout out to all of them, to Jill Bear, to our Vinnie Catrone, and Jennifer Heinlein. You may recognize those names in the media at the Luzerne County Fair. We're very instrumental in bringing that fair all together. If you need any questions about master gardening, about gardening, we have Jill Bear that you can also reach out at our office. And if you have any questions about trees, Vincent Catrone is known as our tree guy, and he works with our local John May Day at Riverfest. I believe that's coming up as well too. Yeah, so people don't know about Extension, but we just offer so many programs which are like free to the community. Why not take advantage of them?
Right, and you're very much into the community, and you're very much out there helping people understand about ourselves and about eating right and getting people on the right track. So tell us a little bit about some of the nutrition courses that you offer. Okay. You go around to different places. Tell us a little bit about the courses that you have.
What we do, I work with the FNET program, and what we do, we reach out to communities in the area, like community events, schools, career links, community centers, Head Starts. I'm up in the Hazleton School District, Wilkes-Barre Area School District, offer the Teen Mom program. I recently got some new partnerships with the Mill Library in Nanticoke, which was great. And what we do, our programs help individuals, families, and teen parents with limited resources to enhance their nutrition, increase their physical activity, develop those life skills needed for better sufficiency and better health. You know, you're a young parent or you're a struggling parent and you just don't have time to make a healthy meal. Well, we're going to show you how to do that quickly, because everybody's so busy. Right. Our classes include hands-on activities, and I even made Jane Ann get involved with that too as well.
Yes, I did. I helped prepare some things today. So
she actually had the experience to prepare what we did today.
So, and what is there? Is there a certain criteria to be part of the program?
We do have some paperwork that the individuals or participants fill out, and we determine if they're eligible for the program. And a lot of times they are. So it's great. We're open to the community, and we have our clients fill out a questionnaire about healthy eating, about a vegetable questionnaire, a diet recall to track what they had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And when they're done with the program, almost like a food diary, we track and see how they improved on their health, drinking water, eating more vegetables, more fruits. A lot of on the diet recalls, I've noticed a lot of people don't drink enough water. I said, where's the water?
And that's true, because we're quick to grab a cup of coffee or a soda. But, water's there. We're going to talk about the benefits of water. And what is the most common question that you get from your classes? Is there a common question people ask you about eating healthy?
Everybody wants to lose weight quickly, fast, and it's a time-consuming responsibility.
Right.
So everything taken with baby steps. Every day is a new day, and the best way to make you glow and get going is with H2O, with water. Let's start building our bodies up with fruits and vegetables because our bodies are crying for water. They need the hydration, especially this time of year. People are not drinking water because, oh, it's too cold. But your body says, yes, I need it. I need it to transport food. I need to digest food. I need it to remove waste. We need to have at least 8 to 10 glasses of water a day, especially if you're active.
And water. When you think about it, sometimes you think you're so hungry, and many times you're just thirsty.
Yeah, that's your body telling you, please give me like a nice cold glass of water.
And I know sometimes now, like we're in, it's cold, and we're reaching for comfort foods and that. But there are healthy alternatives to, maybe reaching for, some fatty snacks and that. So people should keep that in mind as
They
well.
do, especially when you're home watching TV during the snowstorm and all those fast food commercials come on, and now you're, like I said,
Craving,
you're intrigued by that and you want to do that. So reach for a fruit or a vegetable. Fill up on water again. Choose a whole grain popcorn, whole grain pretzels. That might suffice you for a bit. And get exercise, get moving, because we're so sedentary at this time of the year. Bundle up the kids, go sledding, go ice skating, just go for a walk.
I was going to say, even a simple walk sometimes is just to get, and not a long walk, sometimes just a little bit around just to get yourself.
Now, Jane, when you and I were kids, didn't we go outside for
We
8
did.
hours in the freezing cold?
We did. Yes, we did.
Our ski jackets were
Right.
like paper thin. I
Right.
didn't even have the boots we had today.
Right.
And my parents didn't see us for 8 hours out of the day.
Right.
And
We don't.
We
And then,
survived.
you're right. You don't really see a lot of youngsters out and about
Right.
when they're out. And I want to show people something because you had mentioned about losing weight and all that, and it's an interesting item that Carol brought us today.
yeah, we use that as a tool in one of our classes. It's called Check the Fats, and it's actually a simulated piece of fat. Can
So-
you guess how much that is?
No, I don't know. What is it?
Just 1 pound.
Oh, that's a pound of fat.
Right. It's
Oh,
not
wow.
real, but it's
No,
fake.
but not real. But still, it's heavy, and you figure if you're carrying this a couple times on you, the stress it can put on your
a
body.
lot of stress on your heart, especially your heart.
Right. Oh my goodness.
And your kidneys, all your core muscles, yes.
Right. So people don't realize this when you say, "Oh, a pound." What it represents.
So losing 2 to 3 pounds is a major accomplishment because your body has to break that down.
and you got to start slow. Correct.
Absolutely.
I want to ask you about the new guidelines that were recently published for eating healthy. It's a different type of pyramid, and tell us a little bit about that. I know you said that Penn State has a statement on that.
Right.
So.
Penn State reached out to me. Penn State are state nutrition links, and we are very proud and excited that the guidelines focus on real food and limiting processed foods. This is something at Penn State Extension that we have been promoting for years, and we offer several programs to help people acquire skills in selecting, preparing, and preserving foods at home, which is great. So if you have a chronic illness and there are dietary considerations, you should consult your doctor, your physician, or a registered dietitian.
Right before you start
Right.
any type of different program or that. How about, you talk to a lot of youngsters, a lot of young moms. What can they do? What kind of healthy snacks can they incorporate into their youngsters' diets?
You have to make it appealing, okay? For example, healthy snacks. I don't want to have celery. We'll put some peanut butter in there, but once again, check to see if there's any allergens with that. Sprinkle a little cheese on the broccoli. Make it pretty. Help them create the recipe. Asking kids to help make dinner will help them encourage to eat that. They're proud of it. Said, I made that. So when you make it yourself, and once again, if you have the colors of the rainbow, if you put your fruits out on a tray like we have out there, that is like, wow, that looks so beautiful and appetizing, better than a bowl of candy. And believe you me, on my kitchen table at home, that would not last at all.
The
So,
fruits,
no.
the fruits and the vegetables. And we were talking earlier, you had mentioned to me, it doesn't necessarily have to be fresh. You can use canned or frozen fruits
Right.
as well. So if someone's saying, oh, I can't get that.
Both are picked at the height of freshness.
Okay,
right?
so, and I do want to ask too, you also teach courses to seniors. Do you change the course in that way for them?
I have a curriculum called Eat Smart, Moving More, and I have designated sites approved by our state office that I visit in Luzerne and Lackawanna County. And I have a rotation that I go to visit them every year, and I do the program Eat Smart, Moving More, and they certainly enjoy it.
Right.
And they give us the research, and we provide us fabulous feedback, and I've been partnering with them since 2017.
Wow. So staying healthy is something that I guess it's a journey when you think about it. We should start off at a young age and then continue that as you go along.
It's learned behavior.
Right, right. And then, when you get to your teen years, you're probably at a different mindset of thinking as well as a teen. So you teach a lot of teenager courses in school as well.
Right. We also have a pregnancy curriculum that will also help the young teen moms get through this time.
So, and if anybody wants information, we have Carol's information, her phone number and her website, her email, and that you can easily reach out to Carol and find out what courses are available, what are coming up. And another thing you were telling me, you also offer the courses, the nutrition links, also in Spanish.
In Spanish as well. So we have handouts in Spanish. We have a PowerPoint with a split screen to show the same curriculum in English and in Spanish. And I usually do have a translator with me, but it makes it just so easier for our folks in the Hispanic community to feel comfortable and then resilient and graduate the program that we have, program completion as we call it.
It's funny because we all think, oh, I'm eating healthy and I know what to do. But, sometimes these little tips, these little courses, these little reminders help people get back on track. And I think that's what your Nutrition Links helps people with. But you also help them understand budgeting. And how important is that?
It is how to stretch your dollar, especially when times, food is very expensive, groceries are expensive, going out is expensive. So just to show them how they can be resourceful going to the store, making a grocery list, especially if you're in the grocery store with a little one. It's an experience.
No,
you
right.
want to get in and out as soon as possible, and you want to shop for the best for less.
And when you're in a grocery store, how important looking at the label?
Reading the nutrition label, especially if you're on a restricted diet, if you're allowed to have so much sodium, if you're watching your fat, if you're watching your sugar, read the label.
And how many people come to you and say, Carol, I just can't eat healthy. I'm sorry, I just can't do this. What do you say to them?
Let me help you. You can do it. I will coach you through.
And
I know it's hard, it is, and sometimes our fruits or vegetables are so expensive, but maybe we start it with a little bit and be resourceful for that. There's a lot of food waste. If you don't have enough fruits and vegetables, there's a certain way that you could use canned vegetables instead.
And helps you to understand. Yeah, I think that's important too, because a lot of people think, the only way I can eat healthy is if I buy fresh, but frozen and canned incorporated into your diet is just as important, and
it sure
just as important as keeping you healthy. We do have a lot to talk about because we're going to come back. We've been working with our water. We're going to make a smoothie during the break, and then we're going to talk a little bit and show recipes on how easy it is to have a healthy snack, especially during this time of the year. Because, like we said, during the winter months we get a little sluggish and sometimes we get a little lazy. So you're watching Newsmakers. I have information on today's show under 2822news.com under the Newsmakers link, and there you'll also find information on Carol on the new Nutrition Links program, and also the recipes we're going to be showing when we come back right after this.
2822 Now presents Newsmakers with your host, Jane Ann Bugda. .2822 Now presents Newsmakers with your host, Jane Ann Bugda.
Welcome back to Newsmakers. I'm Jane Ann Bugda. Today I'm here with Carol Zubris. Carol's a nutrition advisor with the Penn State Extension. She's up at Luzerne County. She travels all throughout our area to schools, senior centers, and to the campuses, explaining about how to eat healthy, how to choose the right foods, and while you were away, we whipped up some healthy snacks for everyone, and I do want to. We have a little recipes for these, but first we're going to talk about another important aspect of your training. Others is food safety and food handling, and when we prepare this, we use gloves and washing our hands. So let's talk about that. How important is that?
Especially with fresh fruits and vegetables, you want to make sure that they're washed properly. Vegetables with a scrubbing brush, you want to make sure that they're not slimy or icky, and have, dents in them, or to check to see if there's a little friendly critter crawling inside. That may happen, because our
Okay.
fruits and vegetables are transported all over the world right to our own grocer. So we want to make sure that we inspect them well before we bring them home and refrigerate them properly. Some fruits and vegetables do not have to be refrigerated. Would you refrigerate your tomato?
I would. I think I do.
Some
Are
people
you supposed
don't.
to?
It all
That's a
depends.
good question.
Yeah.
I think I do put tomatoes. I think I put everything in the refrigerator because I'm just that type of person.
I kind of do that too as well.
And that's what I know. Some people do say they keep them out, but everything. My mom always said keep it. Make sure everything is refrigerated. So I do.
I think it's an EPA thing for the tomatoes on the windowsill to ripen. Isn't that the truth?
That's
you
true.
go in every
as
kitchen.
well. That's true too. I do want to say, so when we were preparing this, you had mentioned to me that we were working with a kiwi, and you said you can eat the skin of the kiwi, and I don't know if I've ever thought about that, but there's a lot of nutrients within the skin.
It sure is. So wash it off. The consistency may be different for someone, but as an adult, there's so much health benefits. It's high in fiber, clean enough good. Then you would slice off the little, I would say the ends there, and clean it off well is good. And it has the kiwi seeds in it. It's a little tart, but it's so refreshing. It's good for you. It's rich in antioxidants. It's good for collagen, digestion. It's just a whole delicious fruit. And you can also scoop it out with a spoon too. If you don't
I
think.
think I've done that, or I've cut off the skin. So now a new way to try it for me. We made smoothies, and these are very simple. When you think of a smoothie, and we made them in a blender, but you said you can get like one of the smaller blenders, or you can even shake them up, correct,
Yes.
in a shaker. So if someone doesn't have a blender or to work with, so this was a simple recipe. So what you did is you took, I'll let you explain. We took a fruit.
Right, 1 cup of fruit, or if you want to double it according to your audience. So I had a cup of fruit. We mixed up the kiwi with the skin on it. So we
Right.
blended that well up good. And I also blended citrus fruits, orange, lime, with the skin on it, loaded with antioxidant. Blended up really good because I just think the health benefits are great for that. And strawberries, and a little lemon,
And we used yogurt.
right, low-fat yogurt.
But you don't always have to use yogurt. What else can you use?
You can use ice cubes. Some
okay.
people, if they're lactose intolerant, you can use water. Would just make it, an ice smoothie.
Right?
You do that as well. And blueberries we put in there too as well. And we blend it up well, and it's ready to go.
So, and I can use this as a snack. You can make it in the morning and bring it to work.
Right.
Right? Use it as your breakfast, your lunch, mid-snack in the afternoon when you need that pick-me-up. And I think it's simple and easy. We mentioned frozen as well, and then you decorated the glass.
Right. An
And-
inspirational, healthy beverage. Go Team USA.
And you also, like we said, you can right.
Right.
And you can use canned
Right.
I keep saying vegetables, but canned fruit, and you can also use frozen.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna take
Okay.
a quick taste.
Oh, it's delicious.
It is delicious. You can taste we use the blender. You taste the little pieces of the fruit in there, which gives it a nice little and you can see how this can get you through and fill you up.
Even just a little bit, even just a half a cup to get you through. You don't have to order a big industrial size or make it for yourself. Just a little bit to get some calcium in your body and make you feel good.
And
Like I
that-
said, we're in the winter. We're trying to get rid of the doldrums here, and here's something fun that you could do with the family at the same
Right.
time.
And it's also good for kids. It's a nice alternative snack for youngsters and even someone who's in their senior years. It's a
Right.
nice alternative snack. The other thing we were talking about, of course, is water. And I think I'm guilty of this. I notice sometimes during the day I feel a little like, oh, why do I feel this way? And I think I don't get enough water. And you recommend up to 8 glasses, you said,
Right.
a day?
And if you're more active, more, within the hour, so 8 to 12 glasses a day. And sometimes we get bored with the same water
Yes.
routine. So go out and purchase yourself a water infuser. You could let that soak overnight or a couple hours beforehand. And I put my fruit in there, and it has a better taste to it. And also you can use club soda too with the
Oh.
water infused. And what you could do with the water there, and after you're done with the water, you know what you could do with the fruit? You could freeze it and use it again.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
And then what would you use it for, like making a smoothie, or
Well, I
just
could
to
use it for a smoothie, absolutely.
or use it to snack on? And how long does we had the recipe after this? This usually lasts about
About 3 hours.
3
Right.
hours to get the flavors. And then, of course, as your seasons change, you can put different fruits in there. We use strawberries, lime, oranges. I don't think we put blueberries in there,
No.
but blueberries are excellent too. That's it. And you're right, because sometimes during the day, when you're thinking 8 glasses of water, sometimes you get sick of water. I mean, sometimes you get to the point it's like, although I know it's good for me and all that, but it's like, only how much can I handle? So this gives it a nice little spring, and you can also do this and bring it to work as well.
It is, and it's great for holiday gatherings. A lot of people are having their holiday parties in January, and you want to maybe start off 2026, like I was mentioning before, dry January. You want to start off with a healthy year, and sometimes that's why I put in a little fancy glass instead of feeling like the old water cup. At least you feel like you're having an adult beverage.
Right, it looks like like you're having a cocktail.
It does. Well,
but
that's a great alternative.
It is a good alternative, and it's something that maybe a lot of people don't think about. Something simple and easy, just to prepare it in the morning. Now, when you talk about water, should we in the morning? Is it start right when we wake up in the morning with our water and go
I would
right
definitely
through the day?
recommend 1 glass of water in the morning. If some people tell me they share that they have a warm glass of water with honey,
okay.
with lemon, to just make them feel good a little bit. Grabbing that first cup of coffee in the morning before you have anything else ingest in your body may give you a serious bellyache. It's good to always have something to coat your stomach. Have yourself a very good breakfast, some base, toast, half a bagel, oatmeal, eggs, something great to get you started in the day. You don't have to have a big breast, but something, at least a cup, which is
Right.
that size of your hand. If you don't have a measuring cup, always know this is 1 serving, so 1 cup, that'll be good.
And you had mentioned earlier when you were talking, you tell people to keep a food diary and our food journal. Why is that important?
Just to record what you had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and how you can improve by the end of the day. For example, you had like 4 cups of coffee and a bagel and a piece of pizza, and maybe by the end of the day, you're like, oh, I feel sluggish. Maybe I should improve on that and try a different kind of routine, and maybe have a couple glasses of water, a salad, a fruit or a vegetable, yogurt, and you'll see the health benefit.
What do people tell you when they look back when they're during your courses and they're keeping their journal? What do they notice about themselves?
They're drinking more water. They're cutting out soda, because I tell them how much sugar is in soda, and it attributes to tooth decay. Okay, they're cutting out fats and French fries and having a healthy alternative to have more fruits and vegetables. A lot of my participants have air fryers, and now they're air frying their vegetables, which are more tasty, and they're like, the kids like to participate in that too. So that's a great way to use your fruits and vegetables as well.
And I imagine that when you have these classes, Carol, and after they come to the end, and you give them a certificate for completing the course.
I
know
do.
I had a certificate here, but we moved it when we were
we
doing
moved it.
our
But it's
our
a
preparation.
yeah.
But it tells you that you've completed the course. How important is that to someone who's
Oh, it builds their self-esteem, especially someone who is, unemployed and returning back to the workforce, that they could attach this professional development certificate to their resume. And I also make a copy for all the guidance counselors, for all the students that attend my class. It goes into their record. And this, what a great sense of accomplishment to attach that to, your work performance that you participated in that.
So when you eat better, you feel better, you look better because you help, and when you stay hydrated, and let's just push one more time how important it is to stay hydrated.
A healthy attitude is quite contagious.
Right.
You want to pass that along.
And Carol, one more time, I just want to, as we have about a minute and a half left, I do want to remind everyone where they can contact you up on the screen if they are interested in a course, if they're a teen group, or if they're a school, seniors, you customize the course to them.
Yes, I do.
And it's important that that they contact you and talk to you a little bit about how to get on the healthy track. And I think, sometimes we don't think about these little changes that we can make
Makes
that
a
are so
difference.
important to us. And is there now, and do you change the course for seasons? Like when you go now, as you go into spring or into a summer course, do you change
I usually
it?
keep the same curriculum that I've been assigned to from Penn State. So.
But
We have a variety of recipes that I could change. We have hundreds of recipes on our website and in our cookbooks, both in Spanish and in English that we use.
And I'll have a link to that on our website. We're under the Newsmakers link, 2822news.com. And Carol, I want to thank you for joining us today. We'll toast each other with our water and wish
a happy
everyone
health.
good health, and a healthy year ahead. And thank you for joining me today, Carol, and always bringing us some healthy tips. For everyone behind the scene who has helped today, Tony and Gargiola, Kelly, I agree, and the two gentlemen that are running the board today, Matt Gronsky and Joey Nardone, we toast them and we thank them for their patience. I'm Jane Ann Bugda. Thank you for making Newsmakers part of your day, and we'll talk again next time.
Cheers!
2822 Now presents Newsmakers with your host, Jane Ann Bugda.